Well, good morning everybody. It's the start of a new day with a new camera. I just left my hostel and I have to go back to get to my camper van, which is parked at the original hostel I stayed at the first night, which was full last night. Evan, why didn't you just drive to this new hostel, which is a good 15-minute walk? Well, last time I came to Queenstown, I remember parking being horrendous. It's very hard to find good parking. So because I had a parking spot, I just kind of stayed there, and I figured once I leave, I will leave this parking spot. That's how committed I was to that spot. Now today, honestly, I feel like it's going to be a good day. I'm going to Glenorchy, I'm going to Arrowtown, and then I'm just going to go drive all the way south to Fiordlands, if I'm pronouncing that correctly, for Friday to get prepared. I was originally going to go to Mavora Lake for some Lord of the Rings stuff, but I don't know if I'll have time for that this time. Now, in terms of thinking on the bright side, by the way, I mean, if you guys hadn't noticed, I'd be very surprised. The problem with my last camera before it untimely broke was that it always had dust in the screen. It, like, if ever the sun was out, like right now, you would see like a lot of like, almost like you're looking through a dirty glass window when watching a video of mine. Not anymore, not with this new guy, right? Positives. And now at long last, let's drive. Oh my gosh, I'm like going right into the river here. Just started the tour and picking up some hitchhikers on the way to Glenorchy. Hi. Hi. Sweet. There's enough room in here to fit everyone anyway. We got to Glenorchy. Thanks for coming along.
Yes, yes.
Thank you very much. Now that I've just arrived in Glenorchy and dropped off our hitchhiker friends, I just found out that Isengard from Lord of the Rings was filmed a bit north of Glenorchy, the Isengard Vale, where Saruman and his tower is. So I'm going to drive up there, which is about an 18-minute drive, and then have a look out on the film location. Well, the drone is doing quite great all the way up there. He's getting really far. I think this one can go up to 500 meters, and I'm controlling it very well, despite the fact that I'm not holding the controls right now. Battery's fine. I've got it in a hover mode. It's getting some nice panoramic shots. I even have it set to do some cool manual stuff that does automatically. But I think it's time I go back to Glenorchy. This is quite a beautiful place, Isengard. What a shame Saruman took control of it for so long. So another successful day of drone flying. That was really fun. I got really high with that thing, and it was, it's really fun when things don't break on you. But actually, I'm pretty sure either the mountain right there or the mountain behind it is Caradhras, which is basically, you know, one of the misty mountains that the Fellowship tried to cross, and then Caradhras was a dick and was like, "How do you like snow?" And they said, "Snow! We don't like it." So I guess I'm gonna have a nice long drive back, stopping at some different Lord of the Rings points along the lake, and I think I want to see Arrowtown before I head off down south. So I'm now at a little pit stop between Glenorchy and Queenstown, where they filmed the scenes from Ithilien, the Garden of Gondor, and also the famous scene, one of my favorite scenes from Lord of the Rings, which is the potatoes. Boil them, mash them, stick them in a stew. That's where Sam and Smeagol discuss the food, and that's somewhere over there. I'm hoping to walk in that general direction and see if I can see the exact spot near the river, near the rocks. Let's see if we can find it. I know there's a way to get to this spot of the scene, but I have to find a way to cross this river. So I'm going to follow the river up a bit, explore until I can get over there, because I know that is where it is according to the map that I'm looking at. I just really, I don't trust myself with all the accidents I've gotten in this trip with crossing that river. Okay, I ain't no Strider. The best part about this area is you can really tell like why it was chosen to be the setting for Ithilien. Like, it's so peaceful. Everything smells so nice. There's rushing water. There's a campground right here. Like, I kind of want to camp here. Right when I was close to giving up finding this exact spot, I found a bridge that crosses the river. I can make it. It's another 10-15 minute walk, I think, to the exact location. But here we go. So it took a lot of exploring and looking around, moving my head around to try and find the exact shot from the scene with the potatoes where they're cooking in the pot, and I kept looking at the picture and I kept looking around trying to find the exact angle of the mountain range in the background, and I've just found it. It's right here. I'll show you a picture on screen. Yep, that's the exact one. Boil them, mash them, stick them in a stew. Another scene that was shot here before I leave is actually the scene where the Oliphants crash across the area while they're on the cliff. Here is said cliff dropping off the edge, and this is where the Oliphants, computer generated, would come across the screen. Just imagine some Oliphants crashing through. And it's now time for me to finally go to Arrowwood. I don't want to be late. It's just so cool being able to see these exact scenes. I really want to watch all the extended editions again. I've now arrived in Arrowtown, where there's a scene where Isildur fell in Gladden Fields, if I'm pronouncing that right, Isildur. And look at this, you can really tell that autumn has hit Arrowtown. Look at the colors of all the trees. It's like a rainbow. So I'm walking in an autumn paradise on this little trail in the woods, looking for the exact shot, the exact spot with a shot, where Isildur was riding his horse and then he got attacked. And I know it's somewhere around here. I had to find a tunnel of trees, and I can't find it. I've been up and back 5 times, and I'm running out of daylight. At long last, I found the exact spot. It's supposed to look like a tunnel of trees with the trees going overhead, but it looks like 2 trees have recently been felled. So, this is Isildur. Is Isil dead? Okay, the sun's going down. I'm now gonna have to run back to my car, get a new battery because I vlogged so much today, and hope to get to the fort of Bruinen. And then I have a long drive. Oh my gosh, I haven't even eaten since breakfast. And this here is the place where Arwen was carrying Frodo over the Bruinen, and the Dark Riders were actually right behind her, right before they tried to pass. Right here, I found it. This has been quite a Lord of the Rings excursion. Oh my, this is so cool. It's the friggin' place. Dinner today is a peanut butter and jelly sandwich, Pringles, and an apple. Also, my lips are incredibly chapped. I think I need to run somewhere and buy chapstick, because I've already lost my chapstick. So let me hopefully find some of them in the center of Arrowtown if anything's still open, and then I've got like 5 hours of driving ahead of me. I really need to stay awake, but I accidentally froze my Red Bull. This was my emergency Red Bull for the day, and it's frozen. So hopefully that thaws over the next 3 hours. If you can believe me, I'm now in Milford Sound, which, if you know the geography of New Zealand, is really, really far from where I just was. But I made it. It's about 10:30. You know, I thought, like, driving in New Zealand is basically like driving on hard mode. When it comes to, like, driving through the mountain passes with people behind you trying to get you to speed up, and you're like, calm down, man. I'm on a mountain curve. Leave me alone. However, I think even harder than that, expert mode, would be driving in New Zealand's at nighttime. Oh my. But everything's good. I nailed it. I mean, I'm here, and tomorrow I'm going to be taking a cruise, and I'm going to be doing some kayaking around the 8th wonder of the world, Milford Sound. So hope to see you then. Thank you so much for joining this Lord of the Rings type tour. If you did like it and you want to do a tour like this, I'll leave a link in the description to the map that I kind of followed to do it. So yeah, thank you very much for watching. I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye. Oh my god, that's fast. Whoa! Whoa, no! The water from the river we just passed is literally fresh enough to drink because it comes from a glacier.